In this video, we are going to talk about top 10% games. So before starting this video, please like this video and subscribe to this channel for our future updates. Trying out the best PC games allows you to sample a wide range of options. It can be difficult to choose one of the many unique and multi-platform experiences available through various digital storefronts or physical discs to play. Even if you have a variety of consoles, there are always compelling reasons over prefer PC gaming to other options. For FPS games or strategy games, using a mouse and keyboard is also much simpler and more enjoyable than fumbling with sloppy analog sticks or small controller inputs. Others are visually impressive, and they deserve to be showcased on the most strong hardware possible. Even if this year marks the beginning of a new console generation, the PC will still have the advantage in terms of graphics as long as you have the funds. Furthermore, it is much easier to obtain a gaming PC or laptop and begin playing the latest and greatest games than it is to purchase one of the extremely small quantities of Xbox Series 10 or PlayStation 5 consoles. All you need is one of our best gaming PCs or gaming laptops, and you can start playing these PC games right away. Number 10. XCOM. Chimera Squad. You may be familiar with the rebooted XCOM series, in which you and your team of high-tech soldiers face an alien invasion. It's a fairly conventional strategy series, or was before Chimera Squad debuted. Apart from the resistance movement that you're now charged with defeating, the alien invasion is over, and humans, extraterrestrials, and hybrids of the two now exist in peace. Rather than randomly created soldiers, Chimera Squad provides you with a small pre-assembled team of humans and aliens, each with their own collection of abilities. The turn order is often based on individual characters, so your tactical preferences can change over time. There's no foundation this time, so you'll be operating out of a single city's pre-built facility. It's a very different kind of XCOM, but the danger of breaking so many of the franchise's existing rules has paid off handsomely. Number 9. Ori and the Will of the Wisps. This follow-up to 2015's Ori and the Blind Forest builds on the original's Metroidvania-style gameplay, exploring every corner of a wide world to collect different abilities and forces, but adds new gameplay refinements and variations, as well as a new story that's just as emotional as the original. Unlike several Metroidvania games, where you are alone and everyone is trying to destroy you, there are plenty of friendly NPCs to meet. They'll give you quests and help you put the world in perspective, making it feel like it's worth defending. This part of our best PC games list is also a visual and auditory delight. The artwork was hand-painted and then scanned, resulting in a game that is unlike any other on the market in terms of aesthetics. Meanwhile, the orchestral score enhances both epic and intimate moments along your journey. Number 8. Wildfire. Normally, stealth games give you one or two abilities to sneak around the world, but Wildfire lets you burn it down as one of a number of unique ways to get past your enemies, whether alone or with a co-op partner. As a witch endowed with the power of fire by a crashed meteor, you can develop your skills in this and other RPG-style elements to use in your quest to expel an invading army from your homeland while rescuing villagers. Thanks to an outstanding score and lovingly designed pixel art, this is unquestionably a best PC game contender. This game can be enjoyable only for the plot, but it also includes optional challenges and speedrun goals for those who want to dive deeper into the game's mechanics. It's an excellent example of the high-quality indie games that the PC platform fosters. Number 7. Streets of Rage 4. After decades of silence, Streets of Rage 4 is a beat-em-up for up to 4 players in which they must battle their way through an army of thugs in order to defeat a pair of evil twins who want to enslave Wood Oak City. It's a throwback to arcade classics with plenty of modern polish, which ensures that beginners can enjoy it just as much as seasoned gamers. Your chosen character, like any good fighter, has a long list of special moves to use, but be careful because performing these moves carelessly will cost you health. If you put in the time and effort, the game's juggling system will allow you to perform some seriously fancy combos. In addition to the story mode, there is a boss rush option in which you battle all of the toughest enemies one by one, an arcade mode in which you have a limited number of lives, and the option to fight against another human player if you really want to challenge yourself. Number 6. Persona 4 Golden. The extended, Golden, version of this 2008 JRPG, which was remade for the PlayStation Vita, is now playable on PC, taking the famed PlayStation series to a new community of fans. Since this is an RPG, you'll spend a lot of your time looking for new personas to use and leveling up your stats, which includes doing different tasks with your investigation team, allowing you to grow in power while also becoming more involved in the characters and world. Fighting against the forces of evil is done in a turn-based style, which means that while it can be stressful, you won't need a lot of mechanical ability or reactions to succeed. This is the slow burner of our best PC games list, with a lengthy campaign to complete, and one that will leave a lasting impression on you. Number 5. Horizon Zero Dawn, Complete Edition. There's a good chance you haven't played this, unless you already own a PS4, and there's no better way to experience this open-world adventure than with this edition, which includes all of the DLC. Tribes of humans attempt to survive peacefully amid the armies of animalistic robots that roam the lands after an unexplained catastrophic incident occurs somewhere in the United States. However, as an outcast, Aloy, you are destined for greater things. While your human opponents are armed with the same arrows, bows, and slings as you, combating machines, particularly the larger varieties, necessitates a lot more strategic thought. There's a story to follow that helps to understand the universe and how it came to be this way, and it's very entertaining on its own. But it's exploring the beautiful but barren urban areas reclaimed by trees and plants, tracking down your metal prey with traps and frontal assaults, and finally taking it down after a long tense combat that earns ZD a place on this list of the best PC games. Number 4. Microsoft Flight Simulator. None of the other best PC games on this list offers you the entire world to play with, but Microsoft's new Flight Simulator does, with a massive scale and a meticulously detailed hangar of planes to pilot. You can fly small planes or large passenger jets, allowing you to play as a solo aviator or the captain of a commercial flight. The game promises to accurately model their flight dynamics, which are influenced by real-time weather and daylight impact, but getting a better sense of flying one of these machines without actually stepping into the cockpit in real life would be challenging. Although you can obsess about every single setting and control of your aircraft, you can also let the game handle the difficult stuff while you enjoy flying around, seeing landmarks from all over the world, or landing at one of the game's many detailed airports. Number 3. Hades. Hades, which had been available as an early access title on the Epic Games Store since late 2018, has now been released as a full product on other platforms, and has quickly established itself as one of the best PC games available. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to play a roguelike game with a deep, branching plot. You, as Hades' son Zagreus, must battle your way through Hades, the site, not your father, over and over again until you reach Mount Olympus. You may also communicate with the other prominent gods from the Greek pantheon. They serve as both story characters and a means of equipping your character with abilities and powers that represent their status in the pantheon. Every run requires you to try out a new combination of these abilities, and every failure propels you forward. Number 2. Neo 2: The Complete Edition. The follow-up to 2017's Neo maintains the action RPG's already challenging center while adding fresh enjoyable elements on top of it. You play a half-spirit, half-human in an early modern Japan inhabited by various good and evil spirits. As you travel through the islands, you'll meet important historical figures from the Sengoku era and battle the yokai that stand in your way. The Dark Souls series is the most obvious reference point for this game. Combat is quick and deadly for both you and your enemies, but you can improve your abilities by discovering and crafting new things that will aid you in reaching the next checkpoint. Your new yokai shift powers allow you to take the shape of foes you've vanquished, so it's not just about swapping fighting stances and using conventional weapons. Because of the game's lethality and the amount of complex mechanics, it will take a lot of time and effort to finish. Number 1. Little Nightmares 2. A sequel that's just as good as the original, Little Nightmares 2 once again puts you in the shoes of a vulnerable kid trying to escape the clutches of monstrous adults. This time you're not alone though. You play as Mono, the boy wearing a paper bag, but you're joined by Six, the girl with the yellow jacket who starred in the original game. As you'd expect, there are enemies to avoid or fight, plus lots of environmental hazards and traps to work your way around. The visual design and sound design are as atmospheric as ever, which helps create a baseline sense of unease as you traverse the Pale City. It's on the shorter sides of these best PC games, but it's still all too memorable. What do you think about our video? Which of the above game is your favorite one? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoy this video and want to hear from me again, Be sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications before you go. Thanks for watching.